Your new Captain America.
What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 2 preview. The first episode I adored, but it was pretty darn slow, and to be honest, while WandaVision's first episode, heck even first 3 episodes, were very slow, we had the mystery of Westview in the framing device to really get our interest flying. But to be honest, this show is setting up the whole new dynamic for the Earth-based heroes, the very grounded heroes here, which I think is pretty cool. However, they have set up some solid adaptations from the comics with our future Falcon in the form of Torres, and to be honest, from what I've seen, he is one of the best recepted parts of the show, and we have the Flag Smashers adaptation change from Carl Morgenthau being a single person and later setting up Ultimatum to a group of seemingly enhanced individuals. The question is, where did these Flag Smashers get their powers from? It wouldn't be a Captain America legacy show without the mention of the super serum, and while the original Flag Smasher had no superheroes, just really sick at karate like he was trained at Cobra Kai, here it's evident that he gained his powers possibly during the blip. However, one major change from the comics is that Erin Kellyman, the one handing out masks in episode 1, is playing a gender-swapped Carl, and she is Carly Morgenthau. The Flag Smashers want the world to be like it was in the blip, with no nations or borders, and I imagine that the world was a lot more open during those 5 years, as it needed to survive, but as Rhodey said, the last alliances and such are gone. I love the idea of people in the blip who have just done well, and, well, they've probably got a lot of wealth and opportunity with half of humanity leaving. I imagine the janitor in a few companies have been promoted quite a few positions, but with the rest of humanity turning up back one day, I'd imagine they're pretty darn bitter. Now, there are rumours that they are Inhumans, or at least there are some Inhumans in the group, but no, I am not so sure, and I will be presenting some evidence for that. Hayward of Sword was trying to get some enhanced individuals, or at least create a super weapon, and, well, the world during the blip was pretty chaotic, so I imagine that it was very messed up, with the remaining superheroes, as we saw in Endgame, struggling to keep a grip on security around the world. So people taking it upon themselves to create supers would make sense. I mean, we have a brand new Captain America already, but in the show, we actually see a frame at 4354 that includes the words Power Broker watching, alongside a couple of vials of what is most definitely the Super Soldier Serum. This shows that clearly the Super Soldier Serum is involved here, and actor Carl Yumbly was also shown in the credits, who could be an adaptation of Isaiah Bradley. Now, Bradley gained powers after the US Army wanted to recreate the Super Soldier Serum after Dr. Erskine's death, and of course his grandson was a Young Avenger, the Patriot, further setting up the Young Avengers after the twins in WandaVision and carry on the Super Soldier Serum story that has thread across really most of the MCU all these years, and setting up how the Flag Smasher Brute has powers. If you will remember, Bruce Banner was a subject of the failed Super Soldier Serum, and it is a huge part and is rumoured to be back here and possibly set up, yes, Wolverine. I don't really believe that, but I do believe that we will be seeing Isaiah Bradley and the Power Broker using the Super Soldier Serum to give people powers, or at least to the highest bidder. Now, interestingly as well, our Captain America here, John Walker, did get his powers from the Power Broker. So there's a big connection here, but I expect we will learn more of the Flag Smashers, or at least see more of them. I expect Zemo will come out of hiding soon, leading Bucky and Sam to come together and team up. Considering that Zemo has plans to destroy superheroes forever, I imagine that he will want to take out the new Captain America too. I do like the idea of him engineering it, that John Walker, aka US agent, becomes an awful Captain America, committing atrocities in a Homelander-style situation. Now, Zemo in the comics did use the Thunderbolts and this identity of Citizen V as a fake out, but was found out, and I expect some similar things here are at play. During the Super Bowl trailer, Helmut Zemo says how superheroes can't be allowed to exist. Of course, he felt the effects of them as his family was killed due to the meddling of these superheroes in Sokovia. And he said how he can't let his work go unfinished. He would have been in prison all this time, and no doubt he managed to worm his way out during the blip. And wait, hold up. There would have been minimal superheroes during this time, hence him thinking it's a better time. So he could have been behind the Flag Smashers while using John Walker as an awful Captain America to erode the public's trust in that. But that is a very, very long shot. There is a possibility that he could team up with our boys, Sam and Bucky, to take down a fake Captain America. I personally wouldn't like this due to the fact that I'm tired of characters turning neutral, and, well, it isn't really what I want. I want to see more of that scheming villain we saw in Civil War. But we know Bucky will meet him at some point, as his name was in the book that Bucky is working through to make amends with. But I find it weird he want to make amends with Zemo after him being used to kill Black Panther's father and other awful stuff. Now, one person who I do think at least has the super serum is our hero John Walker, US agent and new Captain America. I mean, you can't have a Captain America without some form of powers, and that's possibly how the government sees it, and is the opposite of what Sam is saying about how people give symbols meaning. It would be Sam who would give the mantle meaning by continuing on the values of Steve. I mean, he was handed the shield by Steve, wasn't he? The new Cap has been shown in behind-the-scenes footage of beating people to death with Cap's shield, and I fully expect some form of Homelander hero gone nuts situation. Now, John Walker was obsessed with patriotism and being a hero, and was desperate enough to gain powers, which might be what happened here, except he skipped becoming the super patriot and fighting Captain America. Now, next week, we will simply be exploring the big bad and threat that causes Bucky and Sam to fight together against this Flag Smasher. I expect more of a reveal of possibly enhanced individuals and the Flag Smasher's actual aim, apart from a broad manifesto. One thing I want to explore is the Cap on the moon. And while this is clearly a funny throwaway line at the ridiculous conspiracy theories that have become so prevalent in society, but what if there is a nugget in truth as this? There's conspiracies of a moon base. As we know, our boy Nick Fury is in a space base, and this show is set 6 months after the re-blip. So Fury would be settled in his base 2 months before the Far From Home post-credits scene. But yes, I still think that's just a simple throwaway line, and I don't think that is leading to the Inhumans that people are saying, because the Inhumans are on the moon. There's a conspiracy theory that Cap is on the moon. No, I don't really think that. But overall, it's going to be very fun to see where this show goes, and it's clearly setting up the Young Avengers as well, which is going to be thread throughout these shows. But that is it for this video. Please do drop a like down below. Please do subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.